It is the Divine Sports Gospel, DSG, episode 68, almost to 69. Haha, very funny. But we're here, baby. Monday, September 15th. It is the final stretch. That's what I named this episode. Time to lock in, baby. It's go time. It's go time for the gospel. It's go time for the pods. It's go time for San Diego. 2 weeks to go. The Padres' magic number is 6. Could be 5 if the Gigantes lose to the Arizona Diamondbacks tonight. We got a lot to talk about. I know it's been a little bit since the gospel was hopped on a little podcast. Apologize. We're very busy, very busy guys. We got work, we got life, but it's go time now, bro. Fuck everything else. I'm ready. If you were to tell me, Mike, opening day, that on September 15th, the Padres are magic number is 6 and have been consistently in a playoff spot all season, what would you say?
I would feel fantastic.
Fantastic. It's all about leveraging. You go.
I was just gonna say I feel fantastic. I feel like there's been like any season, it's been an up and down ride. Started off hot, hit a bit of a dry spell mid-season, didn't play great mid-August. We've had a couple games during September against the Rockies where I think the sky is falling, but it's an 82-68 going into the final 12 games of the season. Not much more you can ask for. If this team goes 8-4 to end the year, another 90 win season. But again, all you have to do is make the dance. Doesn't matter if you win 100 games, doesn't matter if you win 80 games. If you make the playoffs, anything can happen. And this team's in a really good spot. So feeling good. Excited to, not have to stress over any Padres baseball tonight. And let the Phillies and the Dodgers go at it. Dodgers and Giants and the D-backs. Giants play the Dodgers again this weekend in a 4-game set. And you're telling me any combination of Padres winning 6 games or the Giants losing 6 games gets us into the dance. I like that. When you're playing 4 games against the Dodgers, you're playing 3 games against the D-backs. It's a nice feeling, especially when we're playing the White Sox to end the weekend. Just handle business. Win a couple against the Mets. Win a couple against the Mets. You win a couple against the White Sox. 2 out of 3 in both. And I'll tell you what, Pods have clinched before the end of the week. That's the way it's going to be.
The playoffs start tomorrow. It's time to lock in like that. I think the boys know it too. I saw an article. I don't know if it was Kevin Acey or someone, but it's like, it's go time, man. Hey, party starts now. Shout out Drew for the donation. Keep up the funny content on X. My wife and I love it. We love you guys. Appreciate it. That means a lot. But we're not funny anymore. No, it's focus time. It's time for the San Diego Padres to make a fucking run, dude. How about it's all about just getting hot, Mike. We've seen it every single year. 2023, the Arizona Diamondbacks got hot. The Arizona Diamondbacks were not that great of a team. They ended up being like 2 games away from winning World Series. Last year, the Padres were the hottest team in baseball going into the playoffs. We smacked the Braves. We lose the first game to the Dodgers, win the next 2. Bats go ice cold. And we're out. All of this season is in the past now, dude. Nothing else matters right now. Everything that's happened this season, forget about it. Think about it like this. We have it's a 14-game regular season going forward, and then you got the playoffs. Our season could legitimately be over, God forbid, in exactly 2 weeks. The boys just got to get hot, man. They got to get hot. Michael King gave up 2 solo shots. He looked pretty good. Big start for Michael King tomorrow. If Michael King can give me 6 innings, 1-2 runs, dominant baseball against the Mets, who are dying for a win. The Mets are going to throw everything at us because the Reds are coming at their ass, the Giants are coming at their ass, and the D-backs are coming. All of them are coming for the Mets. We've given ourselves a little bit of space.
Yeah.
You need this guy. Nando Tatis is ready for the playoffs. We got to get hot. Nikki P on the bump on Wednesday, and then Randy V on Thursday. Hot take. Might be the 3 pitchers I'm most excited to watch in this rotation right now. Randy V Randy V, unsung hero of the 2025 San Diego Padres. I know the underlying metrics hate him, but without Randy V, we're not in this spot.
I mean, you're absolutely correct.
Want to shout out everybody in the chat real quick, and then we're going to go into it. Shout out everybody that's rocked with the DSG this year, man. Honestly, like
Another
the amount of love we
banner year for the DSG.
Bro, the amount of love we get and like just the amount of homies we've met, either at games, online, just in passing, like the vibes couldn't be higher. The bar is high right now in Podsland. Have we been negative sometimes when the pods have sucked? Yeah. And guess what? We're never going to stop being negative when they suck. You know why? Because that's who we are. We're real fans. We're real fans. When, you know, a player goes 0 for fucking 4 with 4 Ks, I'm going to be like, yo, you're better than that. That same player hits a home run the next game. We're glazing. That's who we are. That's what being a fan is about. Before we get into kind of playoff talk and just kind of like last 2 weeks, who's your MVP of this Padres team?
I think it's pretty obvious, right? There's one area that the team needed the most this year, and it's from a guy that isn't getting paid much. A bit of a project this season. DFA'd by the White Sox, one of the worst teams in baseball. I don't think there's any way that you could say that the Padres 2025 MVP isn't friend of the DSG, Gavin Sheets. I don't think when you look at this team, 19 home runs, this team lacks slug. In the last month or since I believe the beginning of August, I think he has the best average or something along those lines.
Best average in baseball, 371.
That's
20 points higher than the second.
And it's when you need him to do it. It's in the home stretch of the season. You have guys like Tatis slumping. You have Manny Machado in arguably the worst slump of his career. He hit a couple home runs in the last series. Hopefully he continues. Jackson Merrill coming off an injury, didn't look like himself. He's also looking like he's getting back into form.
Not a bad time for him. Not a bad time for Merrill. He does.
In that stretch when you need a guy to come through, even yesterday, we almost blow that game. And in the bottom of the 8th inning, Robert Suarez is warming up in the pen. It's a 1-run game. 2nd and 3rd, no outs. Tatis steals a base. Strikeout.
Yeah.
Gavin Sheets comes up. Ground rule double, scores 2 runs, puts the game essentially out of reach. That is a guy who has won so many games for this team with the bat this year. And that's an area where the team is clearly lacking. If you look at all of the metrics and the standings of like teams in baseball and their batting averages and their slugging, we're at the bottom of the barrel as the Padres. And Gavin Sheets has been a shining star, one of the guys who no one really expected. And myself, I mean, we can go on record.
I mean, Chester, hey, hot take. Matty D was rocking with Sheets first, and Mike Devine said he thought he was not even going to make the squad.
We can go back on our spring training streams and take my words and use them against me. I said that I think he's a flash in the pan in spring training. I think, we're going to have him on the roster and he'd be DFA'd by June or July. Now I'm like, listen, we have him through 2028. They might want to try to lock that motherfucker down for a little bit longer. Because this guy rakes. There's a reason he was a 2nd-round pick coming out of, I believe, college first, right?
Yeah.
There's a reason that he was a 2nd-round pick. It takes some guys a little bit longer to put it together. He was one of those guys, but I think he's found it. And there's nothing I expect more out of this team than a big, big, big playoff hit from Gavin Sheets. Yeah. I just know it's coming. I know it's coming. But man, what a treat he's been to watch this year.
I want to say one more thing about Gavin Sheets. After we make those trades for Miso Herney, Razor Ramon, Freddie Fermin, Gavin Sheets, who was pretty much an everyday starter, went to the bench for 2 weeks and got demoted. And there's a bunch of quotes of him saying, "Hey man, I'm here for the team, whatever Schilt needs me to do." He then, given some injuries and some other stuff, gets a little bit more playing time. All he's done since is raked. That is the kind of player I want on my baseball team. That is the kind of guy. Another guy that I want to give a shout out to, 2 other guys, and then we'll get into the last 2 weeks in playoff baseball. Nick Pivetta signs March this year out of nowhere. I was going to get a haircut. I'll never forget. I get the notification. I'm like, whoa, Nick Pivetta. Didn't expect that. What a dog, dude. I saw a stat today. I think the last, there's like 4 pitchers who have gone 6 innings in their last 11 starts. Nicky P is one of them. Is Nick Pivetta the most talented baseball pitcher or pitcher in baseball? Absolutely not. Is he the biggest dog on the mound currently in baseball? I don't know if there's a guy with more just, I want to beat the shit out of the other team. I'm going to put 130% of what I got into this game than Nick Pivetta. He's kept this rotation afloat. Michael King out with injury. Dylan Cease sucks. Joe Musgrove out for the season. Yu Darvish been hurt all season. Without Nicky P, this team isn't nearly where we're at right now. There's a real argument we are probably behind the Reds without Nick Pivetta. He has been a absolute workhorse, deserves all of his flowers. Nick Landon says, I love his mound presence. Nick, just like Nicky P, you're a dog. That's exactly what you love about Nick Pivetta. He gets on the bump. Well, my favorite Nick Pivetta moment, then I'm going to go to one other guy, and then we'll get into it. And sorry, we're glazing. It's been a fun year, man. I'm going to give the boys credit when credit's due. And then we'll get into it. We're playing the Los Angeles Dodgers. We end up losing this game, but it is a Sunday, and the bases are loaded for Nicky P.
Who would you have pitched?
Yeah, it was the game that Mike imitated Mike Still. When Nicky P's on the bump, it's bases loaded, right? And in a spot where it's like, oh shit, we're about to give up a ton of runs. Razor Ramon makes an insane catch, comes in, Nick strikes out the next two. That's the kind of guy under pressure. You could tell he's like, man, I'm worked up. It's the Dodgers. I really need this win. And he's just a dog, bro. That's why in the playoffs, I trust Nicky P. I trust Nicky P. I trust Michael King. Those are two dogs. If you're telling me we're playing a wild card series and you got Michael King for game 1 and Nicky P for game 2, Yu Darvish for game 3, with a quick pull with our bullpen, yeah, that's a decent. I'm confident. So shout out them. Last guy I'm shouting out. Tough game yesterday, but he's been absolutely amazing. Adrian Morejon. This bullpen without Morejon is nowhere. He's going to get paid, and he deserves to get paid. You watch Tanner Scott in LA. Adrian Morejon was what Tanner Scott was last year times 50. Absolute demon. And thank God for Adrian Morejon. Also, thank God for the chat. I know we're giving a lot of love today, but I'm feeling him. The sun's shining. I'm in a good mood. I had a good day at work. So I'm going to give a lot of love to the chat. Shout out Nick. Shout out Rod. Shout out Scott. 2 weeks to go in this San Diego Padres season. Starting tomorrow, we are in Citi Field facing the New York Mets. We got 3 games against the Mets who are fighting for their playoff lives. Currently, they are in a playoff spot, but they have 3 teams on their ass. Then we go and we face the Chicago White Sox at guaranteed rate. The White Sox are obviously out of the playoffs, but former manager Will Venable has the boys playing some inspired baseball recently. Pitching still sucks. Hitting, low-key, they have some dogs. Kyle Teal's been raking. Colson Montgomery. Andrew Benintendi's actually not had a bad season. Gavin Sheets return series going to be pretty electric. Then next weekend, a possible NLDS preview. The Milwaukee Brewers come to San Diego and face the San Diego Padres. Last 3 games of the season are against the Arizona Diamondbacks, who are also competing for their playoff lives. Will they be competing next week? I don't know. Mike, how you feeling going into these last 2 weeks?
I mean, it's pretty clear. There's like genuinely just one thing that the Padres have to do. If you handle business against the Chicago White Sox, you're in the offs. Right? If you handle business against the Chicago White Sox, you're in the offs. There's the reason I'm excited about this week. The Mets are playing, some interesting baseball right now. It could go one or two ways. Maybe they figured it out after that walk-off home run, and we're running into a team that could hit their stride. But I believe they're 1-9 in their last 10. Obviously, revenge series for Juan Soto. I'm excited about it. I just think it's going to be good baseball. I'm also excited because of 2 things. The Philadelphia Phillies are playing a 3-game set against the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Arizona Diamondbacks and San Francisco Giants are duking it out. This weekend, the Los Angeles Dodgers and the San Francisco Giants play a 4-game set. Let's say in this example, Padres take 2 out of 3 against the Giants, against the Mets. Maybe, D-backs take 2 out of 3 versus the Giants. And then this weekend, the Giants get hot. The division is technically not out of reach. It's not out of reach. I'm not saying that it's a lock.
I don't think it's out of reach.
But 3 games against the hottest team in baseball for the Dodgers, and then 4 games against a team that's literally fighting for their lives. The Padres have their fate in their hands because regardless of how you look at it, the Phillies, either the Phillies or the Dodgers have to lose. And then this weekend, either the Giants or the Dodgers have to lose. The Padres need to handle business against the Mets. And I think the rotation is set up nicely for that series. You got Michael King, Nick Pivetta, and Randy V. I would love to take 2 out of 3. And then you go into the weekend, you got Dylan Cease against the White Sox. I feel like he's going to be amped up.
Yeah, former player. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I feel like I don't know, man. I'm excited about this week. I'm excited. I looked at the stats today. It looks like Tatis in his last 7 games, 310, 2 homers. He's starting to swing it. Jackson Merrill's got the power stroke back. He's starting to go oppo. He's starting to pull the ball. He's looking
Merrill
like
looks great, man.
He's looking like Jackson Merrill of 2024. Manny Machado's still in a pretty nasty slump, but 2 homers against the Rockies. Back-to-back games. He gets a day off to rest. He gets another day off today. Clear head against the Mets. All I'm saying is I'm feeling good. I'm excited to see this team play. And the news about Xander Bogaerts potentially getting back on the mend is a nice sign. Listen, I'm not saying that, Mason McCoy almost hit a home run yesterday. That would have been an awesome moment, but you can't have Mason McCoy or Jose Iglesias starting at shortstop on a playoff championship caliber team. When Xander Bogaerts comes back, if he comes back healthy, that team is instantly 100 times better. So we got to just hope that his foot healed up nice and he's going to be back and healthy. And, we'll be good.
I think, man, I'll be completely honest. I think this team, I mean, it could go a lot of ways, right? This team isn't a team that they have enough to win a World Series. I'll say that right now. If Michael King's truly healthy and can give us some innings, I truly think they could win a World Series. Am I saying they're going to win the World Series? No, I don't know. Who knows? It's baseball. You get hot at the right time. You get lucky. Look at the Mets last year. Mets made the NLCS, right, Mike?
Mm-hmm.
The Mets almost lost to the Brewers. Pete Alonso hit the fucking luckiest home run of all time, and then they beat the Brewers. Baseball is an insane sport. You could watch the entire season like we do, 162 games, like absolute psychopaths, and you could lose on a heartbreaker. Remember when the fucking Cardinals lost to the Phillies on that one?
Yeah.
It's just baseball is an insane sport. You got to have fun, though. You got to have fun watching it. Jackson Merrill's having fun again, man. Jackson Merrill's having fun again. And you know who's having fun? Me watching Jackson Merrill for the first time in a while. People forget, first month of the season, Jackson Merrill looked like he was going to win an MVP award. Fucked up his leg, concussion, went through the ringer, classic sophomore slump. Merrill's swinging the bat, going the other way, hitting for power. Massive. Tatis. When Tatis is on, we're set. Tatis is the definition. If more people are watching the game, what is Tatis doing? Playing better.
Is he the funniest player of all time?
Yeah, he's up there.
He has had it's just an interesting season. Obviously, he started off on a tear. He was in a basically 4-month slump. He's still going to finish. Let me give you his stats. There's 12 games left. Right now, he's going to finish with 22 home runs, 100 runs, 30 stolen bases, 150 hits, 804 OPS, 6 WAR. Does anybody put up a more casual 6-4 season that looks like he's not playing well to still finish with 6 WAR? I think
he's such a
defense is insane, so that raises his WAR quite a bit. But
yeah, I think with Toddy, I think his defense is so good, and we take it for granted. And hand up, we do. And the thing is, it's not just the robbed home runs. It's the ball in the gap that would be a double to any other right fielder that you stop, and the next play, Nicky P gets a double play. That is baseball. That is what's valuable. Tatis, obviously, the lack of slug has made his season look a little worse than I think the fan base. I think the fan base believes Tatis is still the 45, 50 home run guy, which and maybe I'm delusional. I still think that's low key in him somewhere. I think that I swear that Mitch Keller hit to the wrist fucked him this year. But the one thing I got to give Tatis credit for, man, knock on wood, that motherfucker's posting this year, man. That's a huge sign. That's a huge sign. If he plays over 150 games this year, That's really impressive. Like, you got to give him credit for that. It comes down to this guy, man. And everybody knows who I'm going to say. It's as simple as this. And he hasn't had a fantastic playoff run as a Padre or in his career. But he's a future first ballot Hall of Famer. And there's probably no better time for him to show up than right now. If Manny Machado gets hot, this team can win a World Series. If Manny Machado does not get hot, I don't think this team, if we are lucky enough to advance in the wild card series, we're not making it past NLDS. Mm-hmm. He's the key. He's the key. If we get a 1 month of just Manny hitting doubles, doesn't have to be homers, hitting doubles, playing sexy, having fun, we can win the World Series.
Here's the question.
There's not a team, Mike. There's not a team in baseball that's that good. That is what people need to get through their mind. It's not like this year where we're like, man, hopefully we don't play the 113 win Dodgers with like 4 demons on the bump. No, there's no team in baseball that's that good. Look at the Phillies. Mike, they have Matt Strahm pitching in the 8th. Come on, guys. Every team has a negative part to them. In the American League, the fucking Blue Jays? Really? The Mariners? Guys, this is the year where anything can happen. The Milwaukee Brewers are the 1 seed. Hey, maybe they kick our ass next week and I shut up. But right now, I'm not scared of the fucking Milwaukee Brewers, bro. Jose Quintana game 2? Come on, man. Like, come on. Like, are they that good? No. Just get hot. Get hot. And guess what? The Pods could fucking stay ice cold and we just lose and the season's over. But fuck that. Until right now, in 3 weeks, I'm going to look back on the stream. Man, I wish I was back there. It's going to happen either way. We have no control. So we better just fucking hope these boys get hot. And I trust them. If Razor Ramon's been struggling. If this lineup with Xander back, that's a good fucking lineup. That's a good lineup. Freddie Fermin. Nobody I want bunting more. That motherfucker could lay him down.
Yeah.
Hey, anything can happen, baby. I'm fucking fired up. We could be doing this stream talking about, should we fire Schilt? Should we fire Preller? Should we trade Tatis? Season's cooked. Preller fucked us. Fuck that. We're like 3 wins away from being in the playoffs.
Here's a question for you, right? I know we're doing a quick hitter here.
I'm fired up right now.
2022, we talked about this the last time we spoke. 2022 playoff riser, Trent Grisham carried the team to the NLCS, some would argue. This year, who is, like, in your opinion, the most important piece of the puzzle? Not one of the stars, not a Jackson Merrill, not a Fernando Tatis or a Manny Machado. Which player are you anticipating coming through, stepping up, and driving this team in a similar Grisham type level? I'll give you who I think after you give me who you think, but I also know the position that needs to do it.
Ryan O'Hearn. Either Ryan O'Hearn or a guy who's gotten a lot of shit this year, man.
I think I know where you're going.
Say it too. The sprinkler.
Needs to do it.
I think the fucking fan base, he's even mentioned it in post-game interviews. He's like, the fans hate me right now. What a better end of the season than if Luis Arraez could just get fucking red hot. It's in him. You get peak Arraez fucking sprinkling those hits. I don't know, man. Maybe it's just the off day. Maybe it's because we played the fucking Rockies. I don't hate our chances, man.
Let me give you my underrated, most important person on this team during the playoffs.
Let's hear it.
It's going to be Freddie Fermin. If you can get a sliver of offensive production out of your 9-hole, if you look at playoff winning teams, the whole lineup, top to bottom, is a threat at the plate. World Series teams. Like, if Freddie Fermin can even have a 700 OPS in the playoffs, I think this team has more than what it takes to win a World Series. If Freddie Fermin doesn't hit for shit in the playoffs, it might be a little tricky. But if you can have any offensive production, even if it's laying down a great squeeze, laying down a good sack bunt, winning baseball, that, in my opinion, is what will take this team because in the greatest world of all time, you get offensive production out of your three main stars, we never lose a game. That's not probably realistic. Out of Jackson, Merrill, Tatis, and Manny, the odds of all three clicking at the same time historically, 0. So we have to hope that a Ramon, that a Ryan O'Hearn, that a Gary Bonds, and then a guy like Jake Cronenworth has a big playoff. A guy like Freddie Fermin comes through with a couple clutch hits. Wow. Thank you, Matthew.
Dude, Matthew Wallow, thank you so much. I got a couple donations real quick. Sorry, Mike. Matthew sent 2 messages. Thank you. DSG will start a shell company called Ascension, kind of like Kawhi. And then another one, Matthew, thank you so much, man. Crowdfund DSG Recycling Company, Resign King. $50 donation from Matthew Waller. We really appreciate that, brother. I have a feeling Roki got a deal like Kawhi. I think this stuff happens, but I'm worried about it being normalized. Who's to say Cohen or the Dodgers doesn't deposit in a foreign bank account? It's fair game. DSG should start a trash company. Little Tony Soprano. Hey, man, if they wasted money on Roki, good for them. I think the Kawhi thing, honestly, that's sports, man. There's billions and millions of dollars that are at play all the time. But really do appreciate those comments. I think your point, Mike, is true. Like, we're gonna have to have some playoff risers. Onkrit says something which I found: we need to keep calm down, stay humble, underdog mindset. Onkrit, I'm gonna tell you right now, outside of Padres fans, no one fucking believes in this team. like literally not one person's going to believe in this team. Complete opposite of last year, which fires me up, baby. That fires me up. Last year, fucking glazed donuts, Krispy Kreme. Ooh, the Padres, they're red hot. Padres are going to win the World Series. Padres. We choked it. And guess what? The best part about baseball, the best part about life, you wake up the next day. Pods make the playoffs. I'm taking work off. Hopefully the game's in the afternoon. If it's during the morning, I'm taking fucking work off. I don't care. I'm going to the bar. Let's win us a fucking game, man. Also, real quick, nobody better than the Pods in the NL Wildcard Series. 2020 won that shit. 2022 won that shit. 2024 won that shit. You don't want to see the Pods in the Wildcard Series, baby. We might not hang a lot of banners. But yeah, man. I don't know. Mike, I know we're about to call this an ep in a sec. We're going to record next week, obviously. What are you trying to see out of the Pods against the Mets? What are you trying to see against the White Sox? And then we'll be back.
Yeah. I'll give you an offensive goal and a pitching goal. I need to see a Michael King good start versus a bad or a good team, a solid team.
Yeah.
I want to see that. I want to see length out of the start. And then if I'm looking offensively, I think it's pretty obvious. We need, where Manny goes, the Padres go. If Manny can get hot before the end of listen, we're playing a wild card series. So let's be transparent. We're playing a wild card series and we're probably on the road. So let's get hot before that 1 day break going into Chicago, most likely. That's
and that's what I'm saying, man. I'm just saying honestly is try to win every series going forward. Not just sweep. Try to win. You got 4 more series left. Get hot before the playoffs. We're facing most likely on let's say if the season ended today, we're headed to Wrigley Field with either Cade Horton or Shota Imanaga on the bump. Then game 2 would probably be the other. And then game 3 would be Matthew Boyd. Obviously, lefties and the Padres have not gotten along well this season. It's going to be a fucking banger series if it does happen. And guess what? We'll be there. We'll be doing content, not at the game, but we'll be ripping it. Mike, great episode. Stay healthy is right, Jay Farrell. Appreciate all you guys for listening. Watch some football tonight. I'm taking Ashton Genty to score because he's on my fantasy team. Chargers are -3.5. Give me the Raiders money line. All right.